Everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul Nguma, founder of PATTERNOLOGY LAB. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys a stock that is about to explode next week and why you should keep it on your watch list. And I'm also going to be answering some of you guys' questions for those of y'all who dropped your stocks of interest in the comment section of last night's video, right after the intro. All right, y'all. Right off the bat, again, we got the SPY here. The futures market is currently closed and will be closed for some time because Monday, there is no trading session on Monday because it's a holiday, all right? So we're going to get straight to the point. The stock that all of y'all are looking on the thumbnail is Chewy, all right? And for those of y'all who have been subscribing to the channel, I posted a video on Chewy, this video right here, about 5 days ago. This stock is about to go parabolic. In that video, the two stocks that I mentioned for a parabolic move was first Baidu and second Chewy. All right, Chewy dragged its feet. Baidu played to perfection. That one was an amazing trade. Chewy dragged his feet, but eventually caught up and shot up to that price target of 115 and beyond. All right. But honestly, I don't think this is over yet. I think that it can go a lot higher. I've been covering the stock for a while now, and it's been impressive every single time. The reason why I want y'all to watch this for a parabolic move is because it's breaking out actually of this bullish pennant right here. It's breaking out. Watch this one for a long to at least 130. I think it can do it. I don't think it's gonna be super fast, but it might take a little bit of a while to get to 130, but I think it can definitely make it. I'm not bearish on that one. And regardless of whether it looks parabolic right now, honestly, I don't think it's parabolic enough for me to want to short it. So I rather go long. Okay, I rather go long. So keep this one on your watch list for a continuation of the parabolic move. The parabolic move is not over yet. It's not over. All right. So hopefully some of y'all have been holding this since I released that video. Right. Now let's talk about you guys' stocks of interest. Let's get right into it. The very first one that we're gonna talk about is Workhorse. And Workhorse actually tumbled a bit. It's retracing right now. It's not looking too great. Short sellers actually got a hold of it. There's a very bearish hammer right at the top, right there. All right, and then it's just a slow fade all the way down. Now be very careful with it. It is looking like it wants to pull back all the way to like 30 bucks. I wouldn't be surprised to see it there at 30 bucks. And that would be a great place to actually buy this thing at $30, all right? So be very careful with this one. Do expect the pullback and also be ready to buy this thing if the drop is ferocious enough, all right? You want to see a massive drop on this one. If it goes sideways into a boring consolidation, then it's no longer a concern until it becomes a concern. But right now, again, this one, I'm kind of bearish on it. It's not looking too good for the longs. It's really not, like, especially if you bought at the highs over here. All right, so be very careful on Workhorse. Now the second stock, again, that one is also in the truck EV. The second stock that somebody asked about in the comment section was Hyliion. All right, and Hyliion, I covered this one a while ago, right? Y'all remember this figure? Y'all remember this? The head and shoulders all the way down, followed by a slow fader, right? Y'all remember that. And not too long ago, I think this was Thursday, there was some news that popped up with the company. Apparently, Hyliion surged based on new battery technology with 8-minute recharging capabilities. Obviously, this is very bullish news. And if you look at how it happened on that day, it just skyrocketed all the way up to like 22 bucks. Congratulations to anybody who was able to make money on this. I didn't make money on this. I didn't even see this. I wasn't aware of this thing, all right? But the question for all of you is this a good long-term investment? It's retracing right now. The daily chart is not looking too terrible. I like the fact that there is volume here. There is a giant gap to fill at the top. Again, for all of you long-term investors out there, if you want to accumulate this, go right ahead. All right, I have zero problem with this stock right now. It's very, very cheap. It got earnings coming up. Be very careful. Again, be very, very careful with this one. But if you find value in this company, right, and you want to average in as the stock kind of dips a little bit towards like $18 and then starts curling back up, then yeah, go right ahead. Okay, not financial advice, but then again, if you feel strongly about the company, go do so. The next one that I will be talking about in this video, somebody asked about WWR. And WWR, that stock is relatively cheap. All right, it's under $10. The reason why I'm covering it is because it has options on there. All right, the option chain is actually loaded. The contracts are not bad at all. All right, that's the very first thing. Now the next thing here, I'm not bullish on this stock. Two things can happen here. All right, two things can happen. Number one, it has earnings. All right, it has earnings right around the corner. Y'all know how I feel about earnings. I do not like holding anything through earnings because it is 150% gambling. Y'all know how I feel about it. I don't do it. I very rarely do it. And if I do, then I go very, very small, all right? But to all of y'all who are trying to dip by this thing, all I can say is be careful, because if this thing actually acts as support, then this could be wonderful. Let's say it survives earnings and pushes up to $10. Obviously, people are gonna take money off the table first, right? And then it's gonna continue back up towards $13 or $14. Personally, I want this thing to actually drop down to like 750, maybe even lower to 7. That way, it will be at a very good price for me to like scoop it up, possibly. All right, I want this thing to drop just a little bit further for me to actually be interested in it, or just consolidate for a while just so that the short sellers get nervous. But as of right now, be very careful. You're playing a very dangerous game. The stock is cheap, don't get me wrong. And if there's something wrong, if there's a bad reaction to earnings, it's probably gonna like tank down to $8. It's probably gonna be $1 down or $1 up, regardless of how the reaction is. But either way, I'm not participating in it until after earnings. All right, until after earnings. So that's my very honest opinion on that one. Now, somebody asked me to do a recap on GPS. I made a specific video on GPS not too long ago. I told y'all this stock is breaking out. I think I put hurry afterwards. Yeah, I did. Kind of like I did for this video. So yeah, this one is still on course. This one is still on course. I still like it. It's still bullish. After I released that video, it actually dipped a little bit. And then I know a lot of y'all just keep commenting on, like, dropping your comments and your concerns, like, what's happening to the stock? Every single time there's a dip, I hear your concerns. I see it. All right, but do not worry. Dips are normal and it's okay. All right. Could this thing go high to $26? Could it get in the middle of the circle? I still think so. I'm still holding on to this thing. It's not looking bad in my eyes, especially on a daily. It's not looking bad at all, right? So keep this one on your watches as well if you're not already holding it. Yeah, there's a morning star right here. There's a lot of bullish things happening with the stock, all right? So my thoughts and opinions are not changing on this one. Now, the last stock that I will be sharing with y'all in this video, somebody asked me to do a review on RADA. And RADA actually has been very impressive. All right, the stock has been impressive since the March lows of 2020. Every time it has a dip, it just keeps grinding back up. All right, it's a relatively cheap stock. Yeah, it's a relatively cheap stock, and right now it looks like it wants to go parabolic. I wouldn't want to short this thing. Not until we get to like maybe not until we get over here. Not until we get, if we get here very, very fast, I might be tempted to actually go in short. But for now, watch this thing for a long. All right, keep this one on your watches for a long. It survived earnings, and then there was a dragonfly doji right over here. Dip buyers went in heavy on the stock and held the support. So I'm not bearish on it at all. Next week it might actually hit like $15 next week. Okay, just keep that in mind as we move on into the next week. And that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to destroy the like button for the YouTube algorithm. It helps the channel grow faster and it allows more people to get this knowledge as well. Also, if you are new to the channel, definitely click on subscribe and click on the notification bell along with all notifications. That way you don't miss out on these post-market analysis videos, which are released every single day in the afternoon, and the pre-market analysis videos, which are released from Monday through Friday at exactly 8:15 a.m. Central Time, 15 minutes before the market opens. Again, remember tomorrow is a holiday. So we're not tomorrow. Monday. Monday is a holiday, so there will be no trading session. All right. Also, if you're not following us on social media, you can find me at Paul Nguma and PATTERNOLOGY LAB on Instagram and on Twitter. And also, if all of this is new to you and you are interested in starting trading, I left some step-by-step directions in the description of the video below. Step 1 to step 3. It only takes about 15 minutes or less for you to get signed up with all the tools you need to start trading immediately. You can also get 2 free stocks after signing up with WiLL. This is my very first link in the description below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Nguma with PATTERNOLOGY LAB, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in tomorrow's video, all right? It will also be released in the afternoon. Have a wonderful weekend and enjoy the outro.